Hey guys, and welcome back to Wizard Warfare with me, Time and Tactics. Well, we have two cities now. Halshaw is our second city. And how are we doing? Well, we're making 8 in research over here, as you can see. 3 from the capital. Remember that Wizard's Tower? That's giving us 3. And then 5 from the armies. And I think that's the actual army that's in the city. This one over here, they're doing research, all of them. There, they're holy casters. 3, no, wait a minute. Yeah, 3 for the priest and then 1 each for the monks. So that's pretty good. That means we're going to be, if you check F5 here, we can see we're working on enchantment. That's going to bring us in 10 turns to level 1. We have level 0 right now. If we had Astral, we would then be able to do Mirror Image. But we will be able to do Bless and Reinvigoration here pretty soon. And also Empower Animal and Resist Poison. Didn't we say we had, there was something we can do to get bears? Maybe we'll think about that as well. Okay, so we're making 3 mana per turn, 59 now. We use that to cast these rituals, and if we select the units again, we can see that here. If I select this unit here, we could do a ritual here, summon wolves for 20 mana, but they cost 1 mana in upkeep. I don't really want to do that right now, I don't think. So let's go back into the city and take a look and see what we're doing here. So we have, we're 6 turns away from getting a Mason's Guild. The Mason's Guild gives us a lot of options, and I wanted to get the Farmer's Market. I feel having more money is going to be important. Let's say we were to get a couple of spearmen. How much would that cost us? Well, 1 gold here for maintenance, and then 120 to upgrade to heavy spearmen. Yeah, we may want to consider that, right? That's 6 turns away. If we go over to Halshaw, though, Halshaw is not producing anything. We need to figure that out. It looks like the only building you have right away is the Builder's Guild, and that can give us a lot more options. So I'd say we get that. Our population is so low that we're not going to have any problem with the with any kind of rebels here. Remember, it's rounded down from 1, or anything less than 1 is rounded down. So we have 1 population now. So we can up to 4, I think, without any, or up to 3 without a problem. Let's get that Builder's Guild going. 15 turns. So now I want to think about if I want to pick another one of these hexes to work instead of this one, but there's nothing better, right? It's mainly food here and a little bit of production. Okay, we'll do that. Hit escape, and what else do we have to do? 2 active companies here. Holy Caster, well, that's right, I did change him. Let's go back to research. And then we have 2 swordsmen, 2 squads of 10 swordsmen each. They're sitting in Halshaw right now. We may want to keep them there for now. Let's do that. Let's put them on Sentry. This one here is Merge Split. Battle setup over here. And battle setup, it's pretty straightforward here. But it does translate into the units being in a different spot and doing different things on the actual battle map. During the battle, while you don't control it, it is you get to see every unit as they move and do damage. So it's kind of interesting. So we have 2 here, Center and Charge. Hold and Charge or Charge. I think that's probably pretty good. Let's go with that. We'll keep them here. Sentry. So they're not going to bug us now until we want them to move, right? All right. So we have the scout left there. That's all we can do, I think, right? So let's go ahead and go to the next turn. It's turn 4 right now. Haven't met anybody else yet, right? All right. Here's our scout. Where can we go? Well, if we look around here, there's some water over here. Down here we have a desert in the west. I don't know if that's super interesting. I think I want to go around here a little bit and get an eye on the area in between our 2 cities. Let's go up here. 1 step at a time. Here's a neutral city. I think, yeah, you can see up there in this area here. That's neutral. It's gray. So let's go ahead and check that out. We can probably attack them. I'm not saying we're going to win, but we could probably attack them. Elvery Vale over here. 3 in population. They have 3 squads of swordsmen there, I guess 10 each, right? And then 2 spear militia. Probably too much for us to take on right now. But if we build up Halshaw over here, so in 14 turns get a Builder's Guild? Yeah, we'll see. And then in 5 turns get another Mason's Guild over here. Okay, let's go for that. While they're growing, let's go ahead and scout out the territory here. There's more water over here. And it looks like I can go into the actual area over here. What is this over here? Mana Spring, 2 mana. That's interesting, right? We'll scout around them here a little bit. And here we have a gem. So 2 more gold there as well. All right, I'm going to continue up here along the coast. What is this here? Deep water. Okay. Not really anywhere to sail. I don't know if you actually have any naval units in the game, but it's a small lake, basically, here, right? So what are we looking at here? You can see it's almost done. I think the brightly colored orange shows what we've done so far, and the darker one shows what's going to happen this coming turn. So we're going to end up here, basically, yeah. We have a few turns left there, 3 turns before that's done. Mason's Guild. I'm continuing up here. Oh, another neutral city over here. There's more pelt over there. No, fur, I mean. Gold, right? This is what? Barney, 2 in population. Smaller. Swordsman, 20. Spear Militia, 2. Okay. You can see on the minimap how much we have explored. Remember, that's a medium map we're looking at here. Here is a worker. Okay, that's a worker out there. Alright, let's go ahead and go around the lake. Here we have some orcs as well. I'm not strong enough to take them on, right? I don't think I am. I mean, by design, I've decided to build up the cities, right? So now it looks like we're going to be done with our Mason's Guild at the end of this turn. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, let's go down here. Bear. Alpha Bear 2, Bears 10, and Young Bears 20. Probably still too strong, right? Let's go ahead and check out, well, what do we get here? City building complete. Okay. So let's go check out the Mason's Guild. We'll be up here now, I think. Yep. It's going to give us 2 more production, but it's going to cost us 2 in upkeep. So we're down to 0.5, even with the new city. But it will give us a lot of options here to build. Let's go ahead and take a look at those now. Doesn't look like we can get all of them. What is the with granary? See that? Okay, so here's how it works, right? We have to have other building as well. We have a granary. We don't have a shrine or a scribe. So that's basically going to be like an upgraded building. A bank. Bank, more money. Let's look at it. A bank allows storage of gold and other valuable goods and provides loans and other financial services to businesses. 4 income and plus 0.3 per citizen. Plus 5 gold to build cap. Can build Merchant's Guild. But it's going to take us a while. 13 turns, 150. We're making 0.5. Remember, if we create units here, or if we recruit units, we have to pay upkeep for them. So we may want to get that bank after all. Although, what we can do is, over in House Shaw, we can also get a market, right? So that is an option. The Miner Skill we looked at before. Yeah, we looked at these before. Forge, what does that do? A forge provides advanced facilities for the production of metal, tools, weapons, and armor. Cost us 2 gold in upkeep per turn. 4 production in income, though. 4 more production. And extra if you have these tiles, which we don't. More defense. Heavy swordsman, axeman, heavy spearman. Racetrack. Royal Armory. And Academy of Engineering. There's a lot to do here, right? That was the forge, right? And then we have stone walls. Stone walls with reinforced gates provide excellent cover for defenders. Archers on the high walls firing from behind crenellations and arrow slits gain a significant advantage. But that's 4 gold in upkeep. And right now, we don't even know of anybody else, right? So I don't think we need to worry about that. It does give us crossbow militia defense. And if crossbow probably have a pretty good range and can go through armor. We'll see. Anyway, what did we say about Agvar over here? 8 more turns until we get more population. That's going to be helpful, right? And we can also... let me see here if we can get another... No, I cannot get a... I can get a worker. Okay, yeah, this is very familiar, isn't it? To other games as well. We don't have a worker yet. We're getting... well, we're not getting anything right now. We just got that building, right? So maybe the worker is the way to go here. Yeah, that seems like a reasonable thing. We can't get a settler, though. As you can see here. There's no settler available yet. I don't know what the criteria is to get that. Anyway, let's go ahead and check out that worker. Worker performs, what did it say? It performs all manner of physical labor, laying roads, improving terrain, and constructing economic buildings across the lands. Remember we saw the worker up there in that neutral city? Workers have no military training and cannot fight in battles. Okay, looking at this then, we're not going to see too much here, right? We need to have a blacksmith to do it. Have a little bit of health, visual range. They can see a little bit Melee, pickaxe 11, but I guess they can't do anything. Well, let's go ahead and get one. I think that's going to be very useful. 5 turns for now. So we're going to queue that up there. Okay, good. Exit out of there. And that's all I can do for now. Alright, there's the bear and the orcs. Now, if I go down, I think I'm going to go down this way here. Okay, more wheat over there. Only 5 turns to get the worker, so that's going to be fine. You know what? I wonder, though, how much is that in upkeep? Here, if you look at the worker again. 1. We're making 0.5. I was going to get that bank, right? But I guess, well, okay, we have 106. It's going to last a while, I think, right? So the scout can still continue. There's a bear. Go over here and go down there. So we found quite a few layers. But I don't think I'm ready to take that on. We're going to have to assemble a force before we can do that. And, yeah, 1.5 now. Did we gain a population? We did, didn't we, here in Halshaw? Yep, so now we have 2 here. If we select it, we can see we've taken on those 2 there. Okay, so that's pretty good. So we're getting 4 gold. Is that because we have 1 gold? Yeah, exactly. We get 2 golds from the tiles right here. And then we get 1 gold each from the population. Okay, good. So as it grows, it's going to be improved. Now, it's going to take, if I exit out of here, you can see this one here. It's going to be longer, 5 more turns before we get our next population. And we're still okay here. We're still okay, but we need to get more, we actually need to get more troops in here, don't we? Because once we get another population in here, I think we're going to go over the limit, and now we're going to have a rebel. So as soon as we're done with the worker in 2 turns, we still have 3 turns here. We can go ahead and get a spearman. I think a spearman is pretty effective. They're cheaper than a swordsman. A city grew in size. Yep, there we go. Right there. So that's good. Exit out of that and end the turn. And now will be 1 turn till we get that worker. I want to see what I can do with that, actually. Alright, and next, research completed. Okay, great. So now we have, what was it we had? Enchantment. Okay, so now everything here in light blue is kind of, yeah, it's highlighted. Maybe it could be a little bit easier on the eye. I don't know. But anyway, we have level 1. So quite a bit here. We can see the battle spells here. And then the rituals over there. Remember, we have holy and we have nature. So we can go down here and do bless. Bless a target squad. So I don't know exactly what that gives us. I bet you it gives us better stats, right? It's bound to be. And then endurance here. Bestows magical endurance upon the target squad. So we get the effect of endurance. So less fatigue. Mana cost 20. Okay, well that's fine. We'll go for that then. So now we have level 1 bless, and we'll do that in a battle. We still have conjuration. We can do this here. We already have double 0, right? Wolves. We can get wolves. That's what we can get here. Evocation. We have lesser heal and turn undead. What do we go for next? We're researching here. We're saying up to level 2. Do we really want enchantment level 2? That's these over here. So we have Shield of Faith. Strengthens the faith of the target unit. Step morale. Could be. And then we have, what else? Tough Hide. But you know what? We can't do Tough Hide. You need to be level 2 in nature. We don't have it at level 2. The monks are level 1, right? So that's not helpful. But Heroism over here bestows heroic experience upon the target squad. 20 mana and 1 mana upkeep. Or if you don't pay, I guess, then you don't have it. So, Our priest can do this, right? Shield of Faith. Strengthens the faith of the target squad. Yep, okay. And then we have more stuff down here as well. We'll see how we can get more units that are stronger. As we go down, it's going to cost more, as you can see. Or you have to be better at it before you do it. So do you want to get that or Conjuration? Conjuration sounds tempting. I think I saw it down here. Angels. That sounds pretty tempting, right? 5 in upkeep, 100 mana. They must be really, I think they must be quite good. You get 3 angels to 1 squad there. But, I mean, obviously that's going to be, how long? How long was that? That's 3, but that's going to take a while. If I do Conjuration right now, I can do insects in a battle. And at 4 large ants, 4 large beasts. I don't know exactly what they do, but actually, no, they may not be here. Ants. No, they're not in here. Okay. But anyway, if we do the... where were they? Insects over here. They might disrupt spell casting or something like that, right? We can also do the wolves. Remember that? Those wolves are not super good, are they? Let's actually look at them again. Go down here and look at the wolves. There. What do we have? Do I remember what we had for the, for the orcs and the skeletons? Well, this is not as good. Yeah, bite and claw. Different types of attacks. Natural armor 2. Not very good, but probably pretty fast 10. If we look at that, let's compare to an orc. We had an orc. Wasn't it an orc? Just a plain old orc here. So we have melee, bite, and claw. 4 and 6. Armor is 2. Right. Melee, 15. Armor 2. And more armor. So yeah, our wolves are not going to be very good. But they can kind of maybe stop the enemy from moving forward. You kind of irritate the enemy. But, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Let's go ahead and end the turn. Do you want to end the turn? Let's look here. We are 4 turns away from another population in Agvor. 1 turn away. That's right. Getting a worker. Then we're going to go on to... well, what did we say? Another unit, right? A spearman. I think I want to get that spearman. Let's look at that next turn, though. Okay, what do we get? A city has produced a squad. A worker. Not really a squad, but okay. So, they're here. That's the worker. Pickaxe that they can't really do anything. Cowardly, non-combat, worker, humanoid. Okay, but let's see. If we go down, I don't know what they can do. We can look down here, I think. If we move them down here... onto that, they're done with their movement. Okay. We'll see what they can do next turn over here on that shadow gem, was it? Yeah. And I'm going to move on down here. But now in the city, we can see here we have an empty build queue. Let's go ahead and schedule, I think, a spearman. Because they take same amount of time as a swordsman. And they cost 1 upkeep, but they're not as good. So why don't we get a spearman, a swordsman? Well, the type of weapon, right? Spear, piercing. What do we have on the swordsman? Slash, right? That's what it is. So they're better overall. I am assuming that they are good against cav units, right? Anti-mounted, yes, they are. Do you want to get them then? You know what? We also have the slinger there. See that range unit? You can upgrade that to a bowman. Maybe it's better to get a slinger to have them available. They can be behind our swordsmen. We already have 3 or 4 units of swordsmen. Let's get that now before it's too late. Let's get 1 slinger. So we have it. 3 turns. And it costs us 1 golden upkeep. So we're going to be going down in gold. But after we're done with this, we can queue up more. Maybe we'll queue up that bank. When do we get that population, by the way? In 3 turns, yeah. So then we're going to get more money anyway. Maybe we don't need the bank just yet, right? We already have money on hand. What would we get that would be good? Maybe upgrading. Well, let's look at the barracks. What does the barracks do again? Provide simple accommodation and training facilities for military troops. Plus 10 more swords militia. Plus 1 experience for new military units. 5 XP per turn. And minus 10% cost for military units. So you don't actually get any access to any more units, right? But you do get the armory. Actually, let's go ahead and look at that again. And go to the buildings. Armory. Cost 150. They're pretty expensive. Tier 2. Population needs to be at 5 or more, I take it. 2 in upkeep for gold. And what did we get? No, still no more units, right? Mason's Guild. Royal Armory. It's just better units as they are available. Come out, right? Okay, so we can't do much about that. So what do I want to get then? Scribe gives us more research. Research seems like a good thing as well. Right. But you know what? Should we try to take on one of those layers? Maybe we'll do that. Right now we have a couple of those swordsmen, right? And unless we know there is a mounted unit, let's not get the spearmen. And I know, like, if you're fighting the orcs, there was just plain orcs. There was no mounted unit there. So why don't we go ahead and get another slinger, and then after that we'll get a couple of swordsmen. It's going to cost us 1 each, but we have money on hand, and population keeps going up, so I'm not too worried about it, right? Hopefully that will be a good idea. Okay, we'll scout around here. Anyway, neutral monsters. Bowman, Slinger, Spearman, Swordsman. Pretty tough. We'll continue down here. And more units here. Goblins, this direction. Quite a few of them. I think they're probably not as good as the orcs, if I have to guess. Oh, here we have our worker now. What can he do? He can build a mine. Bonus resources, 1 gold and 2 mana. You know what? We don't need the bank, do we? The bank is better when we have a lot of population because you get that +3 income per population, I think. So this one here gives us mana. Do we need mana? Yes, we need mana. That means we can get wolves, and they cost 1 mana each, and this will provide the upkeep for 2 of them. What is the disadvantage here? No, I don't think there is any. Is that because we're here? Shadow gems 1/1. I don't think that's just getting in mind. Maybe the road we can get here. Orders workers to build a road. Roads improve movement speed and create trade routes between cities. You know what? Let's go over here and just take a look and see if we can do the same thing. What terrain is this? Swamp. Can I build a mine over there too? Maybe it's a feature of the shadow gems, right? A farm, that would be over here. Oh, it's a swamp. Different terrain, right? Build a camp. Let's get that mine now. Let's get it. We might as well. We only have 1 worker. We may need 2, actually. Here's our scout again. I'm going to keep on coming down. Bowman 20, Slinger 20. Oh, an oasis over here. More food. There's a lot of layers, so if we just have units, we can gain a lot. What do we get here? A squad has gained a level of experience. So the way you see that is by, and you can see all of our units actually gain the experience. I assume you get that per turn. Experience level 1 here on this one. Upkeep 4. So that's what that says right there. Now if we go look at our units in the city, here, by going down here, we can see they're also experienced. Okay, let's see when the slingers come out. They're not going to have that star, and it's not going to say anything about the experience. I don't think you can see how close they are to getting to the next level experience. At least I didn't see it before. They're level 1 here. Yeah, here we go. This is what I was talking about. Unit increased in level by 1. Health increased by 1. Mana increased by 30. Okay, very good for our monk and priest. Attack by 1. Dodge by 1. Accuracy and bravery. Morale went up. Okay, yeah. That's very good. Very good. So we have 6 more units here. Let me just go through them all. There. Done. What else do we get? The city has produced a building. Halshaw, a builder's guild. Okay, that's very useful because now we can actually go... Do we have units here? Yeah, we have 2 of those swordsmen. Okay. If you go back into Halshaw here, we can get all of the other stuff here. We're making, well, negative 0.5. We could get a marketplace. It's kind of expensive, 15. Well, only because this city is not very good. Once we get to 5 population, I'm hoping it will expand out 1 set of hexes here. But what do we put in here? Only 8 turns to get a spearman. I think I kind of want to get that. Not a spearman. Maybe we'll put... Who's going to defend while we are away? Taking on a lair is what we're going to be thinking about here. Granary is... Oh, wait a minute. We need a granary, don't we? 15 turns, but we get more food. Quicker. Very much quicker to get population. Let's go for granary. What else do we have to do? We have 1 unit here, and that is our swordsman. You can wait. How are we doing in Agvor here? 1 turn away. Yeah, we get 0.5. Oh, that's our swordsman that we got. Okay, we did produce a swordsman, so now we should be fine. 0.5 reduction. I think we're going to be okay. We're just right there. So that's good. Now, you can look at the city details as well. Very detailed here what we can get. Yep, that's good. You kind of know what we have there, though, so we don't need to look at that. Exit out of that, and then end turn. Who's this here? Oh, that's an enemy. Purple. Rakon. Swordsmen, 16 of them. There. We have our scout, 5. He's out there scouting as well. If we look here now, we can't see him yet. We need to see, I think, one of his cities before we can get that. Let's select this and go down this way. If he came from here, that's all we can do. Go down here. Neutral monsters. And what is down here? I can't see it quite there. It's behind. That's a lot of units. Large bee, venomous snake, large ant, giant spiderlings, and 10 giant frogs. Okay, that's going to be too hard for us. Slinger? Yeah, okay. That's in the capital, right? Yeah, we have a slinger as well as a swordsman now. Oh yeah, we built the slinger, not the swordsman. Okay, so that's what we're doing. So now that's why we have 6 in population, and we have 1 reduction from garrison. Okay, so do have a slinger on the way. It's looking pretty good. 3 now in income here because we get more money from population as well. So 6 is going to take 22 turns now, even though we're building up these. Gaining 5. That's because we have upkeep, right? Yeah. Consumption by population. To improve that, we can use our worker and build a farm, I bet you anything, right here. Or we can just go here and say, focus on food, don't do anything else. Although, we're already doing that. We may want to go here instead for money. Nah, we'll stay here with this. And he's working away on getting that, the worker. Yeah, that's fine. I think it's okay so far. Produce a squad, and that was a slinger squad. That's what it was, okay? So we know that. And city grew in size. Agvor capital, everything's fine there. Still have a few turns left there. And the slinger, what should it do? For now, go ahead and do sentry. Don't bug me again until I need you. He's still down here. There's a mana spring down there. Don't see anybody. If we keep on going down here, I'm hoping I'll see something down here. And we gained another slinger squad. So if you do the city now, we can see that we have actually 2 slingers here. Okay, that's looking pretty good. I'm kind of now starting to accumulate more units so we can take on one of those layers. I kind of want to do that, right? So 1.2. I don't think I'm going to get to it this turn, but this episode. But the next episode, we'll go ahead and attack, and I'll show you what that looks like. All right, so in the city now, do we have something scheduled? Yeah, we do. 2 swordsmen as well. But we can't... if I go to Halshaw, Granary, yeah, there's no point getting units here. It's not very good. It needs to grow before we do anything. But in Agvor, let's get more units. And it may have been better to just focus on building up units, but I think we should try to take on one of those layers, right? And I think the game, it looked like right there it had zone of control, so you're going to be slower as you move around other units. Anyway, here we have our mine. Can we do anything else? No, we can't get another mine. Not available. Wait a minute. Clear forest. Not available. Mine, not available. So we can't do more than 1, I think, per hex, right? So we can do a road, though, to connect and create trade routes between cities. I guess eventually we'll do that, but maybe now we'll want to go over to one of these fertile plains here. Let's do that. And we'll see what we can do here. So we can build a farm. That makes sense. 1 more food if we do that. We can also plant a forest. Takes 12 turns. Let me get a forest there instead. Okay. Yeah, this is very familiar, right? This type of gameplay, but good. But it's good. Let's go ahead and build. I think I'm going to go ahead and build a farm. More food, right, is always better. Getting another worker, might have been something we want to do. We can put them over to Halshaw. That's more effective. Ah, here they are. That's their city right there. There it is. Never fell. 2 in population. Oh, that's their second city. This is Chaos. Chaos Cultist 3. So whatever spells we have available for Chaos here, that's what they're going to be using. So an enchantment right there, right? Fear, that's Chaos. Or is this Chaos? No, that's Fire, right? So, Fear. Yeah. So anyway, that's that. He's down here. We're up here. So maybe we have to think about this here. I don't know how likely they're going to attack, just yet, but we probably want to keep an eye on them here. There they are. More units there. And 1 here, 16 here. I hope he doesn't attack yet. I'm not ready for it. If you look at the desert, that's just production, no food at all. And this one here is much better. The oasis is quite good. And what are we doing? We're getting another swordsman over here in 1 turn. Here we're still waiting 9 turns for a granary. I want to get a few more units, and then we head on out and take on one of those lairs, right? So now we got a squad. Swordsman squad. What do we have in the city? We have 2 swordsmen, 2 slingers. Still not really great, if you remember all the places we've been to. It's quite a bit there to take on. You know what? These priests and monks. Let's see if we can figure out what we have to do to get those. So you see, we don't have him here, right? There's a settler, by the way. We can get a settler now in 10 turns. May want to get that, actually. Where would we settle then? Deer over here. Well, we can't see it. It's, fog of war over there. We could try something like here. There's a mana spring over there. Horses and deer. I think it's deer over there. And that's a forest. And that's a forest over there. So, that's something we can do. Maybe. What? We have a battle? Okay, well, let me show you how it works. He did attack us. He attacks the scout. Okay, so here it is. So the way it works is, you see the results here. Then you can choose to see the battle if you want to. Now, I would have preferred probably just to see these options here. And then one option would be to view the outcome of it. Because once you see the results, it's not as fun to go view the battle. I mean, I know I lost here, right? We didn't kill anybody. He killed 5. Nobody fled. But still, good information here. So, turn 23, attacker victory. Let's look at the battle. So, battle starts right away, by the way. This is an open plain. It can be more sophisticated here. I think in the game you can have a fortification. This is very similar to Conquest of Elysium if you play that. We have our units over here lined up. And I think if we check them out, we can check them. They have a ranged attack, short bow. So we are firing here. 14 ammo. You saw that we were firing there. There is unfortunately not anything that's slow speed. So it's pretty quick. We have our 5 units here though. And then over here we have, what do we have here? An imp. 11, 13, and 7. Strength 7. Poison. Venomous tail, yeah. Attack 11. Plus 5 there in... Oh, plus 5 damage in poison. Okay, venomous tail. They're going to be very tricky, right? So that is poison resistance they have. And what else do they have? Demonic physical flight. They can fly. Heat power. Magic resistant. And brave. That's the small ones over here. Here we have... there, a swordsman. Oh, just a regular swordsman. So he attacked us. He didn't want a scout to be around. You can see, I think this is the strength bar down here. If we go ahead and go now... Well, wait a minute. Let's go here. Log visibility. That's this one over there. And then we can restart the battle and watch it as many times as we want. We can take off the grid. And that might be nice to take it off. And then we have some options and help. Options here. I don't think I saw anything. It didn't do anything here. But anyway, let's go to the next step here. We are firing. They're moving across. He's a little bit too fast for me. Sometimes you want to watch it to see if he did a hit there. You can see they're doing damage. Yeah, so they did quite a bit of damage. 4 damage on this guy. You can just take a look at him. 7 out of 11. Yeah, 4 damage there. We did a little bit of damage on this one. The skeleton over here. 3 out of 8. Yeah, and that's why we didn't kill anybody. And I think that means that they have damage now. Skeletons I don't think they regenerate. So there's going to be 1 skeleton with damage, 7, right? But unfortunately, we don't know much about that. We have, all of our units died. Okay, go to the province, and the province would be the Hex, I guess, right? So we lost that. That's interesting because, well, if they come in here, we have wooden walls over here. No walls at all over there. They can't take the capital. There's no way. We have too many units here as well. In how many turns? 3 turns we get another swordsman. We got to be ready here. Growth in 21 turns. Here we get a granary in 2 turns. And growth in 2 turns. We're going to be up to 3. Okay. But now we don't have anybody to move around. Right. Okay, we still have 2 turns for a swordsman and 1 turn for growth over there. Okay. Okay, there's our worker. He's done. So that means now we're making 3 food and 1 production. And we should be able to see that here, right? Yeah, right there. See that? So that's actually very good, isn't it? Look at our mana now. 6 from the capital. Having workers, very important, is what I would say now. Looking at the units we have, 2 swordsmen and 2 slingers there. And we're building 1 more swordsman or recruiting 1. That means, is that going to be enough? If we were to leave now and attack a lair, maybe we can take him, but we would leave the city completely empty, and there would be rebels, and that means we wouldn't be as effective with our population. So we don't want to do that. We want to have always units here. 4 units as well. We need to get more out there, right? There's really nothing I can do. I need to do that. I feel also I need to do it because I want to keep the purple Raccoon away, right? Or should we get a settler? That's a tough call, right? Because getting another city would be interesting. Maybe one up here would be good. 10 turns, though. That's a long time. But you know what? Let's get a settler. It might take one of our population away. I don't know. What if we check it? Settlers are large civilian population groups equipped with all the tools and expertise necessary to found new cities. Settlers have no military training, cannot fight in battles. I don't think they will be... there's gold upkeep too, but that's fine. Just temporary, right? I don't know if they're going to be taking a shovel. If they're going to be taking one population away. I'm guessing they will. But I say we go for that. Having 3 cities here is going to be, I think, helpful. And that will let us then bring more production to bear. Because right now we're making 12 here. And then 5 here, but 3 in population. It's pretty quick to go up. If I had a worker here, even better. So really what I want to do is... Do I want to get a worker first, maybe? Let's see. Oh, wait. Wrong city. Here. The worker is... Well, blacksmith is required to get a worker. So until I get a blacksmith here, I can't recruit one over there. Okay. If we take a worker, that's only 4 turns. Maybe we'll do that. Can I move it up? No, I cannot move it up. Okay. So if I move him up, if I cancel this production, that's swordsman here. We cancel the settler, and then we'll do the settler. And we'll take our worker over here, and those fertile plains, we're going to be using them, right? So I think right now, we're using all 3. Next that we get is going to be just a regular plain. Not as good, not as effective in going up, you know. So the population is consuming there. We're making 3 extra. 5 here, yeah, we are. Thanks to that worker as well, right? Let's do, let's check this here. Harshog group size 3. Okay, good. Yep, that's excellent. And then active companies. The worker. Oh, yeah. So now we know we can do a mine over here. 1 gold, 1 mana. We can do one over there. We can go to a fertile plain and do another farm, which we're doing here. Or we can go up here. I don't know what we get here. Is that the camp? I think it's the camp. We can't really get information here by right-clicking. So, what if I go and... More food, right? It's quicker to get things going. That's fertile plains. Let's go up here. And then we'll build another farm. Let's do 1 more turn. And we get a squad. We get a swordsman squad. And now we have 3. You can see here, by the way, this one here is not experienced. This one is level 1, so it's level 0. But if you're level 0, I don't see it anywhere here compared to here. Right, let's see. It's right here. Right, the star is right there. Experience. Maybe it's an oversight, but I don't see it. I would love to see it. I would love to see how many points away I am from getting that next level. Brave. Yeah, that's what he got from being experienced, right? And then attack, dodge, and accuracy. So 10, 9, 10. If we go to the other one, or the other ones, we'll have 9, 8, 9. Yep. So getting experience is great, and I guess you gain it maybe automatically because we're in the capital, and the capital has a building. Could be something like that, or everybody gains it all the time. Yes, everybody gains it all the time because... That's right, because we also gained it here. In Halshaw, right? Yeah, they're also experienced. And I think our scout was experienced, and he was definitely not in the city or anything like that. So you do gain experience that way. And I imagine you also gain experience in a battle. But we have to check that out next time. Swordsman there, we're going to go ahead and tell you to do sentry. And that will have to do it for this time, guys. But we got to see a battle, even though we lost. So next time, see if we can get enough units to attack one of those layers. But join me then, guys. And if you like this, give me a like. I sure do appreciate it. Bye, guys.